Former Speaker ECOWAS Parliament, Senator Mao Owabunwa, has queried the responsibility of the security agencies hunting for suspected members of the Eastern Security Network (ESN) in Southeast, while bandits and terrorists are sacking communities in the north and taking over their ancestral land almost unchallenged. Senator Owabunwa, who spoke on the heels of media reports and confirmations by some northern groups that terrorists have now taken over many communities in the region, seizing people's wives, said Nigeria is cruising on a highway to abyss. He said that hunting for suspected personnel of ESN who are resisting the invasion of eastern communities by bandits and killer S-men, while bandits on killing spree occupy territories, raises some curious questions. The former leader of the House of Representatives warned that the current security situation in the country, if not properly handled, could plunge Nigeria into civil unrest. Senator Owabunwa, who strongly condemned attacks against security formations in the zone, however, said that indiscriminate arrests of suspected sponsors of unknown gunmen without proper investigation could make innocent citizens suffer for what they don't know. He challenged members of the National Assembly to rise to their constitutional responsibility of oversight functions and called the security agencies to order. Owabunwa said the use of excessive force against peaceful agitators, while being over soft on real and internationally recognized terrorists, cast dark shadow on Nigeria's global image. I don't think it makes any sense going after those defending their land against terrorists while being lenient on the same killers decimating indigenous communities and taking over their land. Nigeria should not be seen to be using deodorants against terrorists while using sledgehammer on fellow citizens. It is not good for our global perception. Do they care? They don't care. How these people do they care? Senator Owabunwa challenged Southeast governors and political leaders to stop living in self-denial over the security realities in the zone and the grave implications on the future and survival of Ndigbo. He said that keeping silent in the face of disturbing developments is a sign of cowardice, which is not a virtue of any good leader. Owabunwa, who represented Abia North in the 8th Senate, renewed his call for power devolution and formation of state or regional police, which he said would be the panacea to the growing insecurity in the country. He also suggested the immediate convocation of national dialogue of all ethnic nationalities in the country to brainstorm on the way forward, warning that Nigeria might not survive for too long if the current situation is allowed to fester. He said we shall all be consumed by the dark cloud unless we all rise to nip it at the bud now, he warned. Senator Owabunwa asked Southeast governors to immediately convoke a security summit on how to stem the rising wave of insecurity in the zone pending the national dialogue. Okay. As far as what this man is saying, this former senator, to me, is a former senator. As far as I'm concerned, what he's saying is the right thing. He has said everything right, and that is what Nigerians are saying. You know, he can say this because he's no longer eating from the table. It was a senator representing his constituency in the 8th Assembly. Now we are in the 9th Assembly. The question is that at least you have your colleagues over there. They are the ones that are supposed to be championing all this. They are the ones, they are just keeping quiet. We just have few of them. Only Senator Abaribe and one other man like that. This one popular man like that. But I just heard him speak during this Pantami saga. The question is that if this man was to be in the National Assembly, will he have said all of these things? He wouldn't have said that. It's only Abaribe that is speaking, and we have how many of them in that Senate, both upper and lower chamber. They are there. What are they doing? When they are not in a position of authority, they will be speaking like people with wisdom. But once they are there, they begin to see something different. Why is it that you cannot take at least your present colleague, because I don't know, you are a former colleague, but whichever way, colleague is always colleague because you were there. I think you should be able to tell them. You should be able to tell them. We saw smart Senator Smart Adeyemi when he was crying last week. The reason why they are doing this because they know that the thing is getting to them. It's not because they love the people. Look at this whole thing thoroughly. It's because they know that it's getting closer to them, not because they love the people, not because they care about the people. And that's why you could see Tinubu's wife just sat down there and begin to ask, are you a PDP person? Wolf in cheap clothing. That is how she described him. So all of these things, in as much as saying the right thing, and the people who are there now, who are supposed to speak, they know all these things. Not that they don't know, but I beg, I don't want to talk. They will just be telling you there. I don't want to say anything about it. I beg, make her no come put some for my Gary. I beg, make her just collect my own share before anything. I mean, won't fight for Nigeria. I mean, won't die for Nigeria. That is their attitude. Exactly, that is their attitude. Good observation. Yes, it's a good observation there. But why is it that the people who are there are not observing? It is when they are out of the position, they will begin to observe. What are they observing? They will never observe anything. They won't observe anything. It's unfortunate that these people are just somehow. And the ones that you see that they are talking from the north, because they are being affected. They are being affected seriously. Believe you me. That's why you see that in our educational system, they don't care. They don't bother. Buhari's children, they schooled abroad, even almost all of them, they are even abroad. I don't think they are in Nigeria. After all, the wife stayed 6 months, good 6 months in another man's country. What was she doing there? Somebody go do Omugo. Why is it that the Omugo is that means his children are over there? That is why she went there. If I thought that was why she went there. But you see, of course, this country, the more you look, the less you see. Though a lot of people have fought, a lot of people have tried their best, and yet nothing to show for it. They will still blame you. They will still blame you that you are suffering. They will still blame you. But the ones that are eating and stealing the money, making the people dry, they will not be blamed. The ones that have been given the mandate, the ones that have the mandate, the ones that have who have been elected, they will not blame them. They will just blame themselves. They will say, you, what are you doing too? How can I pay tax? I cannot do all of those things, and you still tell me, still blame me that I should do more. Do what?